Good day, good day, good day, good morning, good evening, good afternoon to you, wherever you are in the world. Welcome back to another episode of What's Buzzin Cuzzin. Terribly sorry about the delayed start there. I know we're about 10 minutes late, but as unbelievable as it is, two Indian guys, we were having tech issues. So, do not call us for
Lateness
technical
is
support.
greatness, buddy. Lateness is greatness.
There
People
you
will
go.
wait. People will wait for something this good. See, they're
That's
already
true.
calling.
Already
They're
true. Yeah, I
already
gotta.
calling.
I should put that thing on mute. But how are you? Welcome, Robbie. How are you? How you doing, buddy? You good,
I'm good,
cuz?
buddy. Good. Living the dream. It's Friday. I know you're just off of vacation. Lawn's looking thick. Sun
Yeah.
is coming soon.
Yes, it is.
Things are good, right? Footballing wise, it could be better, I'm sure, for everybody, but life wise, things are good. How are you?
I can't complain other than the fact that this thing just took so long updating, and now it just sent me a thing saying you need to restart your computer, and it's saying now, and I need to figure out how not to do that in the middle of the show. So this is going to be fun. So quickly, better just say hi to the people that have already showed up and said hi. So big up, Roy. Good to see you. Marlon's here from View from South Sam. Big up, Roy. Brush is already in the house. Big up, my man. Eddie's here as well. Big up, Eddie. Good to see you, my man. Sophia's here. Good to see you, Sophia. Mr. 10-inch himself. Big up, Alan. Good to see you, man. Just have my dessert arsenal crumble. Dig. Benny, big up Benny with the purple and gold. I don't know if you know about this, Robbie. So you'll see a lot of purple and gold in the chat. A lot of people are
I've seen
using
it
the
online a
purple and
lot.
gold. A lot of online, of course, with Twitter and everything, and all the other social media outlets and stuff. And it's basically right now it's a push for purple and gold until Spurs are sold. And that is trademark copywritten from Mr. Ben Kaufman over at the coffee company. So I'm hoping he will not copyright strike us with that one. But the sheriff is in house.
Good advice, and it rhymes. So
There
that's how
you
you know
go.
it's good advice.
There you go. Evening all. Yeah. No, we're not going to see boobs tonight. Mark, unfortunately, I deleted that that video that Mike made. So as I was telling Robbie in the back, the computer had to update because of I got a new laptop, and when he was testing it, Robbie, he actually went live with the Kuv and the Kang show that we had set up. So I just took him into the studio to do, in the back room, we'll test the mic, all that stuff. He decided to hit the live button while he lifted up his shirt and started scratching his boob. So yeah, it was great entertainment. Great entertainment.
Nice.
Big up Coobs, my partner in crime, is here as well. What an intro! Another channel with the first minute's best watch.
Oh, it's loud. Crank it up to 11.
We might actually have to change that because we've got a copyright strike for something on the last show. So if we get another one, that means it's the music from that. So
Is it really?
yeah, we have to figure that out though. But we're learning here. But
You and
Jacob's in
me
the
will
house.
beatbox.
Big up.
We'll beatbox.
Yeah,
it.
Kuva will be really happy with that. Coovs, if you're up for the beatboxing, let us know. Actually, it's so funny. I'm used to looking this way to talk to Coobs, and as soon as I said his name, I turned. So Biggie's in the house. Big up. Love you too, brother. V is in the house. Right, good. All right, man. How you doing? Oh yes. Yeah, thanks for reminding me. We'll get into that as well. Big up, Rob. I'm replacing.
Yeah.
Actually, Ben and Coobs, man, if you guys want to jump in, you're always welcome, man. You know that. Yep. Terrible. First the cat and now this. They've been replaced.
I will say, finally
replaced.
saw the cat. Finally saw the cat in real life. He's adorable. He is adorable.
Yeah. Well, you should have seen him now. I opened these little treats for him, and he just went absolutely bonkers. It's just like those yogurts you get for the kids that you push up and everything like that to eat them and stuff. It's like that.
Yeah,
it's like a little meat
push
snack
pops.
thing, kind of thing. Yeah. Oh man, you should have seen him go on it. But that's. I think we've waffled on enough. Should we get to work? Because we're limited for time now, right? So right here, this is where we're going to start off right now. We're actually going to talk about football, folks. It's not Saturday night. It is Friday night, and he likes to keep it serious. So, okay, well, somewhat.
There you go.
One of us has got to take the blame, and you know I'm not going to. So
yeah, fair enough.
You should be used to that. We've been doing that since we
I'll
were
take
kids.
the credit. I'll take the credit, right? So why don't you start, man? Who you think? Who you think?
Well,
Who's
let's
your
look at
money
what
on?
we have right now, right? So this is the current table standings as it is. Let me get rid of the banner there. We see Man City is at the top of the food chain now by a point. That's 79, covered by our logo there. Arsenal now down to second. Woohoo! But City also have the game in hand. Newcastle, obviously, out of it and just looking for the top four now. It's 5 games left. If City and Arsenal lose all their games and Newcastle wins every game, well, maybe they could be league champions. Who
Well,
knows?
we play them on Sunday, so we'll get into it, right? But
We'll get into that as well. That's right. That's
yeah.
looking at the table right now with what the games are left. Now, you and I have looked into also a few of who they're playing as well. Uh, for me, honestly, as painful as this is, I think that's the top four right there.
You think it stays that way?
I think it possibly stays that way unless you guys come out of your little slump thing the way you did against Chelsea and give Newcastle a spanking, who are also in form. So it's hard to say with this one, isn't it, Rob? It's
It's for me, it's that fourth spot. The fourth spot is the one that is up for grabs. I don't think Newcastle, even against us, I think we might get a result. I don't think it'll be a win, maybe a point. It is at St. James. They
yeah,
are a fortress there. They seem to be getting into form. Isak and Callum Wilson and Eddie Howe's got them drilled. I think the top three will probably stay that way. It's the fourth spot, man. United, Liverpool, United against Brighton. Some would say that's poetic justice for Brighton fans to win on a penalty. Um, Liverpool coming up fast. They're doing really well. They got Brentford this weekend. That's no gimme. Yeah, I think you're probably right. It'll probably stay like that, but it's that fourth spot, man. I think it's either United's or Liverpool's, and I wouldn't put it past Liverpool to pull off something, and United, quite frankly, to pull an Arsenal and choke, right? The way they're playing, half
yeah.
their team is crocked, dude.
Well, that's the thing. It's crazy how sporadic the season's been for pretty much everybody. There's some interesting games, but there's a few more comments here. We'll just quickly add them in here. I don't know why I bring this guy's comments up, but even my favorite American, yeah, this is my English buddy Paddy, who apparently lives in Ireland and says he's Irish. Yeah, he's calling me the American, not you, with the
Oh,
with the big Canadian leaf behind me. But
I got you.
and the bottler supporting person beside him. So I think that would be you. So yeah, we've been reported. Thank you, Patty. Right, and big up Nick's in the house and everything, and obviously they're all teasing you a little bit here with the biggest bubble job in history.
Everybody's coming for me, buddy.
Oh yeah,
Everybody's coming
yeah.
for me.
Oh yeah, yeah. I haven't yet. I'm waiting till the end. I'm reporting for beautifully. Oh, God bless you. God bless you. You are definitely a member of this family, Ben, and you are always welcome here, my man. Thank you. I was titled son up. Oh wait. Coobs, man. I thought you liked Rob's.
I've heard it.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. Your top four.
I think. Oh man, it's that fourth spot. It's the fourth spot. Oh man, I think Liverpool could do it. I really
I
think
think
they
Brighton
could.
could possibly do it. I think Liverpool could possibly do it. It's quite possible we could mathematically too, but it's the way we're playing. My God. 5 goals, 11 goals conceded in the last 3 games. Yeah, just
Yeah, we haven't spoken about that Liverpool result, eh? So just for the viewers there who want to tease me, that's fine. I don't care. But my cousin,
so he wanted to talk about the Liverpool game, which we're not going to let happen because at the end of the day, he doesn't have the power to push buttons. So let's see if he's learned his lesson yet, and if he's stopped talking.
I was gonna say our cousin. You saw the photos, right? Dav went to go to
Oh yeah,
Elfrida
yeah, that's
Castle
right. Yes, yes.
downtown, right? So for that game, and for those of you not in Canada, not in America, we are in Canada. He went to Elephant and Castle. They were having which is a pub downtown. They were
Yeah,
having
big up, Andy.
a Carlsberg event, and Robbie Fowler was there watching
Yeah,
the Tottenham Liverpool game. 9 o'clock 8 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday in downtown Toronto.
yeah,
And our cousin, who's a big Liverpool fan, went there with the jersey, got to sit with them. Like I couldn't believe it. I was like,
yeah,
"You're going to watch the game with Robbie in Toronto? What's he
yeah,
doing in Toronto watching
yeah.
this
How
game
crazy is that?
in the spring? Like, what is he doing here?"
Yeah, how crazy is that?
crazy.
That's what a moment that was for him, and too bad they couldn't lose. That would have made it better for me, but such is life.
I know what channel I'm on, so I won't go into the result. But what an experience for that guy, right? He left Ajax at like 7 o'clock in the morning on
Yeah,
a Sunday to go there, and he was like, "Rob, there are people lining up here since 6 a.m."
I'm gonna boot you soon again, bro.
Okay, enough of that. Enough of that. You don't want to talk
I
about
will
it.
talk about the overall 3 games, because those are the 3 games that I was privy to. That I was home all week on vacation, so those are the 3 games I got to watch whilst being home on vacation. Now you know why I say my vacation kind of sucks, and I was unmotivated to do anything, because
Fair.
I'd combined the weather, how great that was.
Oh, still
Overcast,
great.
miserable, 8 degrees,
Rain.
rain, and then more rain. So English weather basically,
Yeah,
and
not American
that
weather,
and
English
then
weather.
English, yeah, where Patty lives. Um, so that combined with the results and the football, just it was life sucking, man. I was just drained from it, man. Just drained from it. But
So what do you think? Oh,
this,
let's get back into it. Top four. What do you think? You think it stays that way? United fourth?
I honestly think that this is because they've got the game in hand, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure they got a better schedule than Liverpool. Out of those 5
Uh,
games, 3 are at home, are they not?
I think so. Yeah, they. I think mathematically, if I recall, they have to just win three out of their last five, and I think three out of their last five are at home. I think.
So there you go.
Yeah.
That's why I think with that, and Liverpool's just, the fact that they even let us back into the game, they were lucky to score that late goal,
Fair.
because
Yeah.
Jota shouldn't have even been on the field. He should have been off of the red earlier, but
I agree with that. And I think any Liverpool fan that I've heard online or in person, they all agree. They were like, that like he was lucky to stay on the pitch. But
100%. Yeah.
we could talk about refereeing decisions till the cows come home. We'll be talking about it for until the day we die. Like, who cares? It'll never get fixed, quite frankly.
Just got an interesting question here from our buddy Bob. Big up, Bob Spur. Nice to see you in the chat, my man. Choose one ex Arsenal player, one ex Spurs player to form a formidable partnership. Mine is Berbatov and Henri. Wow.
A formidable partnership. I think it me personally, I think it would be Bergkamp and Kane.
Oh,
I, I think those two,
that's a nice one.
one feeding the other would be incredible.
I think I'll take Henri's pace though, and I think
Yeah, that's
he'd be
fair.
better
That's fair
because the
too.
fact that he also played as a winger too, right? So I think he'd be better at setting up. So I'm going to go Henri and Kane. Yeah.
I mean that regardless, that would be deadly.
Handful of you are in the
Definitely.
chat. If you want to let us know what you give Bob Spur an answer
It's a
to
good
this question,
question.
that'd be great.
It's a good
Great
question.
question. Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that. I like that. I like your combination, Burkham, but I'll take Henri. I'll stick with mine. Would love Brighton to get in. Yeah, that would be interesting. Could you imagine Brighton with
Buddy, I think they
Oh,
deserve it.
sorry. Yeah, I didn't read. I didn't. Yeah, Bob's pointing out something. He said ex Spurs
Oh,
player. Yeah.
X Spurs
So
player.
yeah. So Kane is not an option. So I'll go Henri, and of course my man, the love of my life, Teddy Sheringham.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I mean that's pretty smart. That's pretty smart.
So what about you?
Yeah, I think I would have to agree with you. Maybe Bert.
Sorry, this
Yeah,
comment
maybe.
brilliant, Coops. Yeah, because when Patty streams, it looks like he's in what's that called again? Witness protection.
Yeah, because it's all dark, right? It's all dark.
Always, man. Dodgy as hell, too. Irish guy streaming in a dark alley somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like
No,
he's
nothing
doing some
dodgy
sort of
about
deal.
that.
Like,
He's up to
hey,
something, man. He's
quick,
up
I
to
gotta
something.
stream. I gotta stream.
Yeah,
Like, quick.
yeah. It's like,
They're
all
coming
right,
for me.
all right. He's got 4 minutes. Hoddle and Bergkamp from Cuba. Mabbit. King and Adams. Oh, that'd
Oh,
be good.
defense. Yeah, yeah. You go with the defense strong.
Yeah, that would be really good. Then you could go what, Ginola and Overmars as well. How great would they have been together? Or
Absolutely.
Vieira and Ginola
Vieira. Yeah.
rip it up and want to just hold everything. Oh yeah, yeah. That's a Bob. You're derailing us, Bob. You're derailing us. You're distracting us. But great question. Is leprechauns provided with it? uh, so we're pretty much both set with the top 4 there, right?
Yeah, but I will give a shout out to Brighton. I hope Brighton do it, but I think it's
They're
too
within
too.
shouting distance.
Yeah, it's fine, and they've got a couple of games in hand. But
Yep.
I don't think they'll do it. But I mean, kudos to them for that win on yesterday, right? Yesterday.
Yesterday against United, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Gaza and Vieira. Oh, Bob, just
That would
stop
be
it.
good.
Stop
That'd
it.
be
I'm gonna
good.
have to get the tissues out, Bob. Stop it. God, Bob's bringing us back to when times used to be good and we used to have quality football and win games. The two things that I know my dear Scandinavian sex bot craves for. Kuva. It's all he wants is champagne football and results. Not too much
Don't
to
we
ask
all?
for, is it?
Don't we all?
Yep, that's it. Former Patty. Remember what Bob said? Patty's English is worse than mine.
That's what I said. That was
Yeah,
mine.
no kidding. Look at Andrew's comment. Apparently, you are now officially allowed to kick another player in the head. Yeah. Well, there was two, wasn't there? There was Haaland at the against the Crystal Palace player. I don't know. I can't remember the player. And then also this one now with Skip, right? So it's getting ridiculous, right? So Bentaleb and Gervinho.
Like, oh, it's terrible.
Oh my God, Coops.
Like,
What's
terrible.
next? Winks and Kim Kallstrom.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. You could throw Shamak in there too.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness. Should we look at the other end then?
yeah, absolutely. This is where it
Relegation
gets
battle.
interesting.
It is
This is where it
interesting
gets more
because
interesting.
I clipped this like with the first one. I did the first 7 teams, or is it? Yeah, 7 or 8 there. What the hell? I got to get rid of this 8. But for the bottom one, I added a few more just so we could see.
Yeah, because it's so
Oh,
tight.
that stupid thing is on top, so that's cutting it out there. But on
That's
my
okay. Let's be
screen,
real.
yeah,
Chelsea and Bournemouth,
Chelsea up there.
they play this weekend. I personally don't think Chelsea get to 40 points. I would love it if Bournemouth smoked them this
You don't think
weekend.
Chelsea can get 1 point in their last 5 matches?
No, no, I don't.
Really?
Maybe Forest. Maybe Forest. They can get a draw. Maybe. We
That's
shellacked
steep,
them, buddy.
cuz.
We shellacked them. Have you seen their schedule? The schedule is ridiculous. They got Man United, Man City, Liverpool. Like their schedule is crazy. And they're terrible, bro. We should have won that game on Tuesday. I was vexed. We won 3-1. It should have been 6-0. Their team was terrible, terrible. I think if you ask any Chelsea fan with any common sense, they probably would have said you may as well have just stuck it out with Potter because Lampard's not doing anything, absolutely nothing. And their team just looks so disheveled, man. They look so devoid of any confidence. Passes were weak, and Sterling must just be sitting there thinking, "What did I do?" Aubameyang looked dead. It was terrible, terrible.
I
I
wish
mean,
they
good
would
for
look like
us.
that when they play against us, though.
Oh, buddy, you should have shellacked them, quite frankly. Uh,
They are rough.
both times, even with Conte and when they had Tuchel. I mean, if it wasn't for some bad decisions, I think you guys should have won that game. In
We have
all
a bad
honesty,
habit of making them look good as well, right? But
oh,
getting
fucking
back
terrible.
into it here, Southampton is pretty much looks like they're pretty much done.
They're done. Yeah,
They're,
it's
they've
the last
they've
two.
been they're dreadful, man. So Everton, Forest, they're still within shouting distance to get out, and Leicester, Leeds, everybody's tight there, right? No, there's not.
Leeds are going to get out of it, buddy. They got Big Sam now, so
Yeah, yeah. Well, you never know. Hey, but that might make a difference, right? So we
they got
laugh
Man
about it and
City
stuff
this
like
weekend.
that, but
Did you
you know,
see his interview? Did you see Big Sam's interview?
no.
Oh, buddy, you do yourself
Oh
a favor
God,
after this and go
sorry,
watch it.
sorry. This has to be addressed. Cooves. Cooves.
He,
Cooves.
I,
The only person that would love this answer is probably Big K. So Jay might love that. That's about it.
I was going to ask you. So I've seen
Oh God, Cooves.
Dyer's getting slated
Oh,
online, like
and
just
rightfully so.
slated.
Rightfully
So
so.
what does Jay think about all this? Like, is he just like, no, I
Oh, he
still
still
have
defends
faith?
him. Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah. He's mad. Yeah. My son needs therapy. I don't know what to say, Robbie. I love him. He's been a good kid. You've known him since the day he was born. There's something seriously wrong with my child. Yeah,
Oh,
there's something seriously, seriously wrong with my
does he
child.
not watch? Does he not watch it and be like, "What's he doing?" Like he plays ball. He doesn't
No,
watch.
he honestly, it's the only time somehow magically his teenager side of excuses comes out and he's able to deflect the blame to somebody else. If somebody else didn't do this, Dyer wouldn't have been put in that position.
That's why he looks da 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 da. Right?
Oh my God, it's unbelievable the way he tries to justify that this guy is a football player, a quality football player, not just a football player. Whereas the rest of the fan base is like, how is he a football player?
Buddy, he's terrible.
He's stealing a
Terrible.
living. Oh,
Terrible.
that's an understatement. That's an understatement. But
I
Ben
want to keep it
Kaufman,
PG.
this is why I love Benny here. That's a solid pair.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's great.
Big up, Benny.
We are too. We are too.
Hanno's in the house. Big up, Hanno. This is a youngster from South Africa. Good kid. Good kid. He's a Chelsea fan, unfortunately.
Coach's Corner. He's going to get copywritten for Hockey Night in Canada, man.
Oh, because he's not doing hockey. It's weird, right?
Yeah.
You know what, Coos? There's no debating that, is there? That's true. Such a true statement. Getting back into that then, Rob. So we're looking at Forest, Everton, Southampton sitting at the bottom. Southampton, we both agree, are 100% gone. Do you think Everton could possibly, 4 games left, potentially maybe put enough together to get out? Or are we looking at the first time of them getting relegated in the Premier League era?
Oh man, I had a lot of faith in Dyche when he came in, but they just seem so toothless. It's that third spot for me. I think it is Everton, and I think it is Southampton, which is a shame. But I don't. It's that third spot. That third spot. I think Forest will stay up. I personally think it's either Leicester or Leeds.
You think Leicester could go down? Don't say that, man. That's my hometown, baby.
Yeah, dude. I think they might. Well, you should be happy. I mean, if they go down, you guys could get Madison on a cut sale deal. No.
Madison, hopefully Pickford. What other
man,
England? Vardy. What other England
take all their
internationals do they
leftovers,
have?
right?
Yeah.
Don't forget Southampton. You could go in for any of their guys as well, right? Like it'll be a smorgasbord.
James Ward-Prowse. Yeah, Madison. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. So yeah, now if we're gonna use that logic, then yeah, I'd like Everton, Southampton, and even Forest to go down because didn't Forest buy like 312 players?
Yeah, you'd be able to pick up a couple of those guys on there as well. I'm sure part of their contracts were, hey, if we go down, we're going to get those guys. I wouldn't mind if Everton and West Ham went down because I would totally nitpick some guys off of there. I'd be like, ooh, Declan Rice, I'll take him. I'll take this guy.
Yeah. Well, Rice is definitely going to be in demand, and that's what Hanno's sitting here is he's saying Southampton, Everton, and West Ham.
Yeah, I don't know. West Ham, I think have enough. I think West Ham have enough to stick it out, but I don't know, man. It's that third spot. It's that third spot. I think Forest will stay up. My gut's telling me Leeds, but again, maybe Big Sam. Maybe Big Sam could do something. I don't know. What do you think? Who's getting that third spot?
Let's take a look at that table again. I just wanted to quickly say hi to Welshie's in the house as well, and so is Jason Bell. Good to see you guys. I know it's nearly. I'm still hoping Chelsea go down. Jason,
buddy.
So am I. I know you're in the chat, Hanno. I love you, Hanno. You're a good kid. But honestly, seeing Chelsea go down after spending that kind of money would be epic. That would be honestly so amazing.
Somebody did. I saw online.
That's where
did the math.
But that's where Robbie. That's where honestly, venomous pieces of shit. Like, I'm not allowed to say this. Sorry, because
I'm trying to keep it PG.
No, I'm supposed to stay neutral in this. But certain, let's say, chairman of clubs, we'll just generalize. Not going to specify which club.
Yeah, hypothetical.
Hypothetical club out there. They'll see Chelsea hypothetically going down and use that as their excuse to say this is why we don't go out and spend all kinds of money and stuff because we have to be sustainable and make sure that we stay in the Premier League and go for that top 4 banner because that's when you come into the stadium and you see all those top 4 trophies. It's magical. I don't know where that room was because when I went on the stadium tour, I missed it. But I heard when somebody went on the stadium tour at the stadium for that team, they missed it. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah, fair. I was going to say, so you're saying a certain chairman would use that as almost like his excuse and warning sign. Hey, look what happened over here. We don't want that to happen over here. So
Yeah,
you guys should be sort of thanking me. Again, not naming any names.
not naming any names at all, not at all.
I got you.
Yeah,
I got you. I hear
and
you.
your manager would want to know who the director of football is. It's at certain clubs who don't, we're not specifying. Southampton, Forest, Bournemouth were my picks for relegation at the start of the season. I'm only confident one of those.
Yeah, I think
Which
I
one?
think it's
Which one are you confident in? Obviously, I'm going to stick with Southampton there. Then I'm
yeah.
curious.
Bournemouth have looked great, man. Bournemouth have
Yeah,
looked great.
handful of you that are here. If you want to throw your three bottom ones, Hanno and Cooves have pretty much already told us. So yeah, I'm going to go Southampton. Obviously, I think Forest. Honestly, I'm going to stick with Leeds. I'm hoping Leicester stays up and Everton
Yeah,
stay up.
I hear
I
you.
really am. As I don't like them as teams or anything, but I just Leicester, obviously,
Heritage.
that's where I was born, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I'd like to
yeah.
see them stay up just for that and maybe bounce back because they've got some decent players on that team. But then being a selfish prick, yeah, I want to see them relegated so we can hopefully snatch Pickford and Madison at least out of there. But we're not going to be the only ones that come in being, trying to be poachers to that situation. And then with Southampton, James Ward-Prowse is going to be
Someone will
definitely
snatch him.
be somebody.
Someone will snatch
If
him.
we don't at this point, knowing we need somebody in the midfield, knowing we need a set piece taker, those are two big boxes ticked off. It's maddening to me that we don't consider. I know Poro's come in and he's done half decent with the set pieces he's taken, but we need somebody on the regular that. But then the argument is with a lot of fans is that do you bring in a guy? What's he supposed to do? Come off the bench to just take free kicks and go back on the bench or something? Like it's not
I'll
like
tell you.
American
I'll,
football where you just have the kicker come on for a kick, right?
right. I will tell you. I think he
Southampton,
actually brings in a lot more than that. He does bring leadership.
oh,
I mean, obviously it's Southampton, but he still brings leadership. He has played international level. But the guy I'd be interested in at Southampton, and a lot of guys are going to be interested in, is Lavia, the ex-Man City midfielder. He is fantastic. He plays fantastic ball for them. He's going to go for good rate. I don't know how these guys' contracts are all worked out if they're going to get relegation or whatever else, but there's some decent guys. There's some decent that Alcaraz looks decent. Orsic, Shea Adams, not really. Bednarak, not really. Who else you got in here? Lavia, like Romeo Lavia, he's the one. Theo Walcott, no thanks. Um, yeah,
how
I
you
don't know,
picking
man.
Walcott, man?
Been there, done that, buddy. Been there, done that. Salisu, Kyle Walker Peters, maybe. I mean, some they'll get some guys that'll get snatched up, but a lot of these guys, yeah, they're gonna be in the championship for sure. They ain't going anywhere. Sorry.
Yeah, it's lot of players on a lot of those teams. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Could you imagine if West Ham's are the ones that go down? Jason's just saying here if he thinks if Everton go down, they might never recover. Be
Buddy, there was
interesting.
there's a YouTube. I'll flip you the clip. There's a YouTube clip if anybody can see it, where it goes into the financial ramifications if Everton go down. It was produced maybe about 6 months ago, prior to Sean Dyche. But because of the investment, because of their players' wages, they could spiral out of control, right? Like if you recall,
They could
maybe
do what
2 3
Leeds did 30 years ago, 20 years ago.
exactly. And Jay's right. Like they won't recover. Like the debt ratio
Jason.
is insane. Jason, sorry, Jason.
Yeah.
So I would absolutely say I'll flip it to you. Take a look at it. It's mind blowing at how poorly run and financially dependent they are on the Premier League money.
Yeah, it's a lot of players on a lot of those teams. When, like I said, when you look at who could potentially finish at the bottom there, Everton, Southampton have players, Forest have a few, even Leeds, even Leicester has quite a few. West Ham has great ones. There's at least probably one or two players that both of us might even want in our squads off of those teams.
It's just
When you really look
it's
at them, right?
yeah, it's just
And that's just
astounding when
our
you
two
look at
teams, right? So they're obviously, like Kuva's saying, they'll still bounce back and end up being in the Premier League because they'll be teams that know their quality, and they've already played in the Premier League, right? So,
Yeah, yeah. But it'll be a feeding frenzy, right? Like,
oh hell
especially if it's
yeah, man!
Southampton and
Sharks are going to
Everton.
be out.
Yeah,
Sharks are going to be
yeah.
out, buddy. They'll be circling. Let's just hope our Sharks actually get out of the damn water this time.
So
This one?
what's? Oh yeah, may as well, may as well.
That's the new one, right? That's the new one. Here it is. This is where this stands right now.
The Nordic Meat Shield, the robot.
Super robot. I am goal scoring machine. I have been sent from the future and somewhere. Norway. I love Norway. I score goals. I love City.
Buddy, this guy's gonna walk him to the treble, and it's scary days for the rest of the Premier League that this guy shows no signs of stopping, and he's just kicking in the ball for fun. Like it's devastating. Quite frankly, it is devastating.
Terminator.
Right?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous how effortless he is. But
So,
even like everybody's saying he's a tap-in champion, this and that and everything like that. But just to have the mindset to know to be in those spots, to
yeah,
have
and
that football brain at his age, it's a skill. Like the guy's just ridiculous.
I
But
don't think he's a tap-in merchant. Like I've seen some of
no,
it, like all his
he scores
goals,
some nice goals. Even that
some
last one
phenomenal
against you.
goals. Yeah, that last one. You could even go with this last week's one. Don't forget the Champions League one against Dortmund, where he did the flying kick, almost
Oh
a
yeah,
la
Cantona
Zlatan
kind of
style. Like,
Zlatan, Cantona, one of them.
right? Like the guy's insane, absolutely insane. And I don't think he's gonna leave City. Right? His dad's from City. He's gonna
No,
stay loyal to City. He ain't going to Madrid. He's gonna win them the treble, and that's where he starts, by winning City the treble. That's my personal opinion.
that's great.
Like
And
that's
setting a goal scoring record, new record for this, new record for that, jeez, man, like
yeah. If you think about it, so let me ask
most
you this.
hat tricks already. Like, come
Yeah.
on.
If you think about it, right? Because Kane's what, about 40 goals away from beating Shearer's all-time record? About 40? No, is it 40?
I think it's just over 50. I think it's what is he at? Like it's 260, right? And I think he's at 212. Yeah, so 48 would be that.
So about 40.
I
Call
wonder.
it 50. Call it 50, right?
Yeah.
So if Holland's already at 35, I think, right? 35 or 35. How soon do you think he's going to get to getting that record?
Oh, dude, it's
Like it's feasible, right? Like it is feasible in his career. He could even dwarf Kane's numbers if he stays on this trajectory and healthy, if he stays in the Prem, quite frankly, right?
dude, it's he's got 35 now. He's got 5 games to go.
5 games, yeah, exactly.
First
year.
Yeah, go bang in 5 more hat tricks and hit 50 for the season and call it a day.
Like it's insane. My thought process is, let's say Kane stays, whether it's at Spurs or whether it's at United or Newcastle or in the Prem, wherever he goes, he's clearly going to bag goals, right? So let's say probably in about 2 years, 3 years maybe, he hits Shearer's record. He'll be what at that time? 33, 34?
Okay.
So theoretically, could Holland not do that before he hits 30 or by 30 if he stays in the Prem?
Oh yeah.
If he stays on this trajectory?
It's not, dude. It's I don't even want to think about how many goals this guy's going to score.
Like
it's especially if, like, and we're talking about the fact that he's on a City team that's just going to be padded consistently. It's just going to be consistently having players added to it that make it better, at least keep it at that high level. Other teams, all we could do is look on and envy, and that's why it pisses me off to see that Arsenal did so well without spending everywhere kind of crazy. They went and got key players that helped their starting 11, and that's what we don't seem to do. But Kuva's hoping that your whole starting 11 next season is the Southampton starting 11. So Ben saying go for Madison and James Ward-Prowse right away.
Well, would you go for Pickford? Would you try and take Pickford from Everton?
100%.
You guys need a new goalie.
Need a new goalie. Adds to the homegrown, so we can look at Because apparently we're Cleve Forster, sorry, and
Yeah, because Larice is out for the season, right?
but beyond that, we're going to be apparently keeping him. That's the rumor that I said heard, and if we keep him, then get Pickford in as well. Then you got the 2 English players as well. Then you can look for an international player for somewhere outside, right? Definitely in the defense, hopefully,
What do
because
you
that
think
opens
Pickford
up.
goes for? How much do you think Pickford goes for if they get relegated?
Didn't he sign an extension? He just signed an
Yeah,
extension, didn't he?
recently, I
So
think.
that drives the
Even when they were
value
in
up, then,
trouble.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
How old is he now? 27, 28?
I have no idea. Zero idea. Don't you guys see? I mean, in all honesty, and he might be better than who you have currently potentially, but don't you guys think he could do better than Pickford?
Yes, but I would take him. Your question was, would you take Jordan Pickford?
Fair. Yeah.
You know,
You take him, but
he's
he's not your first
29
choice?
now. No, he's not my first choice, but I would definitely take him. He'd be my first choice over Lloris.
Yeah, okay, fair.
I love him. He's our club captain. He's not a leader anymore. He doesn't shut out. The mistakes that he's made over his career have added up. They've cost us points. The mistakes that he's made off the pitch were never penalized. It just shows that how weak the club is to really do anything with the players. So it's gotten to that point kind of thing where sad as it is, say it's time to move on. Your welcome's been worn out, kind of thing. You've stayed long enough. Thank you for your service. Goodbye. Take a few handful of other players with you, and we'll gladly write the list out. I know the fan base would just say, yeah, put Dyer and him in a car together and just send it on a one-way trip somewhere, right? So Ben saying Haaland goes in 2 years to Madrid. That'll be interesting to see. More time to do truly. Yeah. Yeah, he'll break his own record next year, won't he, Jason?
Yeah,
that's what's scary. And then the year after that, I'll probably break it again, right?
It's nuts.
Interesting.
Dude.
That's interesting. I didn't know that. Alan's a Leeds fan.
Oh, he was born in Leeds, right? He was born in Leeds, even though his dad played for City.
Interesting.
So, I mean, he's probably hoping they don't get relegated, but he plays them on Sunday, so we'll see. Or Saturday. He plays them this weekend, so we'll see if he's kind to them or if he just puts the nail in their coffin.
Oh my goodness. They're saying, no, you come to Spurs to end your career. You don't go anywhere else, right? So Jason's saying, no, that's the managers here. So for Pickford and the champions, 25 million. Interesting.
25 mil for him? Well, I mean, I guess English international, you pay the
big boss, man.
English tax, right? Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. 25 seems high, though. But I guess
25 seems high for a 29-year-old keeper, but his dad played for Leeds too. Interesting. Yeah, that seems a bit much, man. But when you look at the list of options that are really out there, there's so many goalies. So many goalies. I'd like to see a young one come in, man. But we don't give youngsters a chance, right? I don't know what's going on. We got this kid Alfie Whiteman. I don't know what's happening with him. I know he's out on loan. I don't know if he was recalled or how his loan went or anything. I should actually get Jay knows more about this stuff than I do, who actually takes an eye and keeps an eye on the youth players to see how they're doing and everything like that, which is good. I should talk to him more about this stuff. But
we'll definitely reconvene on it, right? Because I think we may have jumped the gun a bit, because if you're talking about the goalie and what you're looking for, I mean, really, it should be more who's the manager, who's the coach, who's the
director of football, who's this, who's that. Like we're looking at players, we don't have a manager.
Be like, what's the strategy?
But that's the way we do things.
Style of play.
It's the way we do things, baby.
Yeah.
Back
shoot,
fucking
aim.
Words, man.
I got you.
Backwards.
Yeah. Anyways, big up Holland. I mean, it's incredible to see. I can't believe I'm alive to see it, but I hate to see it. But I mean, you can't argue with the results. The results are what they are. It's disgusting. If you play for my team,
5 more games to go. Is he going to set a record that nobody will touch? But then,
only 5 in the Prem. Don't forget, he's still got the FA Cup final, 2 games against Madrid. He's still got the Champions League final. Presumably, they make it to that. So this guy could end the season on 60 goals, 70 goals all comp, right?
Yeah, 60 plus.
I don't think he's going to bag a bunch at Madrid, but I bet you he bags a bunch in the FA Cup final versus United at Wembley.
Think so?
Yeah.
Think he's going to tear him a new one? Yeah.
He did last time. hat trick for him and a hat trick for Foden against United.
Suppose that's not a bad result.
So it's not impossible. It's within the realm of possibility, man. But
That's interesting.
anyways.
Who would you rather have win? Would you rather have United win a double or City win a treble almost?
No,
Possibly.
I don't know if there's any United fans here, but I hate United more than I hate Spurs. So that's why a lot of Spurs fans who are like, you bottled it. I was like, I could care less. But when United fans come at me and be like, your team is garbage, right? You won a tin cup and you lost to Brighton and
Hey,
your
that's a
team is
real
garbage.
cup, okay?
Yeah. Yeah. You're drinking out of a better cup than that cup. They beat
The only reason
Coventry
I have
to
to
us,
say
right?
that because you got to remember that's the last trophy we lifted as well. So
Yeah,
yeah,
fair.
it's a real trophy. Shut up.
I will tell you, I mean, on a side note, the amount of United fans, it boggles the mind. We have somebody, I'll tell you offline, but I had somebody I haven't spoken to in 15, 20, maybe 25 years. He's hitting me up constantly on Instagram. Like, you bottled it. And I was like, yo, who is this?
Oh,
Oh,
I know
United
who.
are the best. You're the best. And I was like, who?
Former pub person that we used to go to the pub with here and there.
No, 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 not that
Oh
guy.
no. Oh okay.
Young guy we grew up with, young kid who's now got all this chest. I was like, hey, bro, you've got the wrong guy. I'm not about that. Click, delete, like, see you later. It
You
was
might as well tell me,
unbelievable.
Robbie.
No, I can't tell you. I'll tell you offline. I'll tell you offline.
I'm gonna
But anyway,
post.
I was
Okay,
like,
for the handful of people that are watching, I will let you know. Don't worry.
yeah.
I'll post it on WhatsApp.
But I was like, where's this guy coming from? I was like, hey, man,
Yeah.
stop sending me stuff. Like, it's been 30 years. I'm not about that life. Delete, block, see you later. Like, it's
Not even a
ridiculous.
hey, how are you? Hope the
No,
family's well.
just
Nothing
da da
first.
da
Let's
da
just
da 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 da.
banter. Yeah.
I'm like, who is this? It's ridiculous, ridiculous, bud. Anyways, what's next? What's next?
What's
Moving
next?
on.
What's next? We go into this now.
Ah,
We'll get our predictions in and talk about our upcoming games here. And
so let's go
that's it.
back to
So
the
we'll
last
start with yours
predictions.
first.
Last predictions. The last time we spoke was April 4th. So almost a month ago was the last time we did it. And it was you guys in Brighton. And you won that game, right? Didn't you win that Brighton game? I think you won that Brighton game, right?
Yeah, we won. Don't ask me the score though.
I think it was
Uh,
2-1. I
was
think it
that
was
the one with
2-1.
the with the penalty and all that? Oh yeah, that was the controversial game, right?
So we both had your team. And I think Coop was on that show too. I think he also
Yeah, last
predicted.
time we were on Kuvo was with us. Yeah,
Yeah. And he also predicted Brighton to lose or Brighton to win. So we were all wrong.
we
So
also had
moving
Brighton to
on.
win that one.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
So that's got
Um,
to be a pleasant surprise. We should write this down. And also, don't forget,
Not we. You write it down. I do the
I
other
am
stuff.
writing it down. I am writing it down. Yes.
I click on buttons. I put in banners. I put in pictures and stuff like that. And
And I,
yeah,
I also, because I wrote this down, don't forget, we also had a 20-pound bet on who was going to finish the season higher. So don't forget that. I've got that
£20
coming
bet.
up. $20. $20.
Where's that? Do you have a clip of it? Do you have it in writing?
I do have.
He doesn't have shit. Okay, don't believe him. He doesn't have shit. He's talking nonsense. Okay, don't believe. All he's trying to do is make himself feel better about the fact that he just bottled the league. That they've completely bottled it. Okay, not. Do you remember that crap we all had to hear as Spurs fans? All that banter that we got from these guys when we were not even in first place when Leicester won the league. All that nonsense. Right now, he's trying to make himself feel better. So don't have any sympathy for him. Okay, he's not as nice as he looks. He's actually the devil in disguise sometimes. I've known him since he was born. Trust me. Trust me on this one, okay, folks?
Don't believe this young man. Don't believe him, okay? He is a liar. I am telling you. The
When I boot you,
professor
you can still
knows
hear
all.
me?
Of course I can hear you,
Oh,
donkey.
shit.
Oh, so
Okay, I guess that's
predictions
not that
then.
bad.
Predictions.
Well, how do you
Um,
feel first? Like, you know what I mean? You guys are going up there, right? You're going to St. James Park. It's a hostile atmosphere. It's a pretty
yes.
long trip as well from London. And what is it, about 3 hour drive by coach ride there, as they'd say. So, yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Jason's saying Newcastle will win 3-0, but he's expecting them to kind of
Put the
to
nail in the
hit your
coffin.
just to knock your title charge off
Instead of
the
us
rails
just
kind of thing
self
instead of you
self
guys doing
destruct.
it. Yeah, instead of you guys doing it for you,
So
right?
so this is the way I look at it, right? We choked we choked top four last year, and now we choked the league this year. So we're failing upwards, which is fantastic. I actually agree with this one. I think it'll be. I think Coop's right. I don't think we'll blow a 2-goal lead, but I think we'll get away with the draw there. But I can't see us winning. The only thing I will say is that there won't be as much pressure on Arsenal to win. I think.
Uh-oh. I actually didn't boot him this time.
Oh,
I actually did not boot him this time. Oh, he's
uh,
back. He's back. You're
I
saying
was
that there's
gonna.
more pressure on Arsenal?
I think there's more pressure on Arsenal, but I think in a way it's less pressure because they're like nobody's expecting them to go and win, and City are already at the top. And even the way we played against Chelsea, I think flattered us because they were terrible. But when we go up against a team like that, unless Arteta makes some crazy changes, I think they're setting up for a draw. Our best case scenario is a draw. I can't see us winning there unless he changes it up, like drop Saka, play Trossard, um, maybe Jorginho in the middle, unless Party's having a better run at it. The defense is still kind of iffy. If he plays Kiwior instead of Holding, possible. Gabriel, I think, will be fine. Maybe we squeak out a win, but I don't think it'll be convincing. I don't think it'll be convincing, and I think they're pretty ensconced in getting the top four. So I don't think we'll get a positive result. Maybe a draw. Maybe a draw is the best we can hope
I'm
for.
hoping for Mark's pull here because they battered us 5-1. So he's hoping that they outdo that and go 7-1 against you guys. So
Buddy, I will say, I mean, it ain't gonna be 7-1 in the first 20 minutes. I don't know. You want to boot me again, but it ain't gonna
no,
be 7-1.
I don't need to. I don't need to. Now that you said about the boot thing, actually, it's perfect time for Kuva's comment. I'll let you read that out yourself there.
And the monitor bottled it. Ah, that's nice. Uh,
Way to read
it,
out the last two words, but okay.
he's clever. He's clever. He's clever. What do you
Yes.
think? What do you think about this?
I think you guys are going into a hostile atmosphere and you guys are a little bit bumpy. But before I go forward into this game, I need to take a step back. How were you against Chelsea? Was it Chelsea that were really that bad, or were you guys that good?
Uh,
How do you feel you played? Because you're coming off right before that game, you're coming off 4 winless games.
yeah. So we made three changes. Arteta has not made three changes all season, unless sort of forced changes, but three changes to his starting lineup. So Party was dropped, Jorginho started, Martinelli was dropped, Trossard started, and Holding was dropped. Kiwior started, and the first half we dominated them. Aubameyang started up top. Frank had Mudueke on the right and Sterling on the left. Their midfield was Enzo, Conte, and Kovacic, right? So on paper,
Oh, nuts. Yeah.
it's
Crazy.
stacked. Anybody would
Oh,
want
yeah.
that midfield.
Oh, hell yeah.
I don't know what Lampard's doing. I don't know what they're doing in training. I like the passes were wayward passes, tackles were poor, nothing was moving. Aubameyang had 6 touches in the first 40 minutes, and two of those touches were the initial kickoff, and two of the other touches were after we had scored, and the kickoff again. So they played
Yeah.
terrible. I think we made the best of it. Second half, we kind of just put the brakes on, which I was like, why? We should have gone and destroyed them, and we just kind of played for, we're already up 3-0, and they came back. Mudueke scored a jammy goal, 3-1, and we just kind of sat back, which was super irritating. I was like,
So
why
you
didn't we
let
go
them
and
come
kill the
back
game?
into the game even then,
Yeah, and the
instead of just
subs
putting
were
your foot right down on their throat.
exactly. So I don't know what the mentality is there or why Trossard is not starting more, but he needs to start the next game, in my opinion, because when he starts since January, any game that he starts, we haven't lost. So for me, he's got to start. And I think Kiwior should probably start as well.
Then
Uh,
who are you benching then? Saka or Martinelli?
I personally bench Saka. He has not been fantastic since
So
I
put
would say the
Trossard on
last
the
four or
right
five
then?
years. Trossard on the right, Martinelli on the left, Jesus up the middle. Um, I probably would, depending on how he's played in training, I would probably start Party in this game. because I think it's going to be one in the midfield. Their midfield is deadly. And Almiron's back. But yeah, I don't know if St. Maximin, I think he's still injured. Callum Wilson's bagging in goals for fun. Isak up front, he's killing it, right? Bruno Guimaraes, it's fantastic for them.
Yes.
Trippier seems to have fallen
Botman
off a
even
bit.
is doing well.
Yeah, Botman's fantastic. He's a great defender. Shar's been doing well, so it'll be
Yep.
a good game, man. It'll be a very good game. There's going to be goals in it, but I can't see us getting the win. I think if we're at it, maybe 2-2, maybe 2-2, but I don't see us getting the win there.
I
I agree with that. I agree with that comment. Chelsea are back to the real Chelsea.
there you go.
Spend more to be worse.
Yes. Yes, and get relegated. Oh,
Oh,
icing on the
God.
cake. God.
So go on. So what do you think?
I honestly think you guys played a very, very weak minded team. You know, like you said on paper with Chelsea, they're very strong, but they're just off, very, very off. They're, they make us right now look half decent to watch. So as crazy as that is, and we as Spurs fans are all disappointed right now with our team in season. Most of us are, but I think you guys are going to go in there with fake confidence, and Newcastle's going to expose you. I think they're going to figure out, Eddie Howe's been doing well this year, man. I think
Brilliant.
he's seriously
Brilliant.
underrated. I really do. I think he needs a lot more credit than what he's receiving. And this whole talk about how he's just kind of like an interim manager until somebody else bigger comes along, I think they'd be stupid. I think they just keep, this guy's young. Keep building with him, man. You guys can
From
make something
relegation
really special.
from relegation fodder last year
Yeah,
to
the
top
top
four
four.
this year. Tell me he's not in for a shout for manager of the year. I mean, it's going to get
And the player acquisitions, they were smart. You know what I mean? He worked well with the board and everything like that. They solidified the team where they needed to, and they're only going to continue to do that. So if they start adding a couple of world-class players in there as well, instead of just solid players, then we got some real problems. We, as I say, as Spurs fans, because there's one more person pushing for that top four now if we don't do anything. But besides that point, I think Eddie Howe is going to have his boys ready for you guys. And I know St. James Park, man, it's that I just watching that Spurs game. Even it was
it's a
loud.
cauldron, man. It's a cauldron.
It's loud, and my good friend Brian and actually Kuba, they both told me that St. James is just absolutely amazing. Like the atmosphere is just
And they're fans, man. They're fans.
insane.
They're diehard fans.
Yeah,
They've been. It'll be interesting to see next year. I mean, obviously the year's not over if they get Champions League, who they go in for. But they have been smart buys, right? They ain't going out buying $100 million players,
yep,
$200 million players. They're buying smart guys,
yep.
right?
Yeah, that's exactly what Patty's here saying. Amazing what you can achieve when you back manage with smart buys, not just
Yeah.
buys. Because obviously, then you look at the flip side. You look over at Chelsea, and they bought, and you know, how happy are you that they took Mudryk from you and didn't let you spend $95 million on him?
You know what? Time will tell, dude. Right? But you think about a 7-8 year deal.
Oh yeah, even what Enzo's deal is 10 years, isn't it? 9 or
10
10 years,
years.
isn't it? What the
So
hell?
that's
That's
that's a
that baseball and American football and baseball mentality, right? Those long-term contracts and stuff. These guys don't
it's
know how to run football.
high risk, high reward, right? Because he gets an ACL, any of them get injured, whatever else, you're done. Like no one gonna go pay that money for that guy. So I mean, it kind of segues nicely. Maybe we'll talk about it next time. But I know we've spoken about it. You think Poch might be able to coach him or manage them into a cohesive unit?
I think Potts could do wonders with that team. I do.
Yeah.
They're young, they're fast, they're attacking. I think it with the wing backs that are there as well. He could have Reece James playing as good as he's got Walker to be. I honestly think it pains me to say it, but I think Potch could work miracles over there. I really do. That's why I pray he doesn't go. I
I
honestly
think
do. I think that'll be salt in the wound if he goes there and he wins a trophy. To me, that'll bother me because my passion for Potch is a little bit different than others, only because Potch is the reason my children all of a sudden have this obsession with Spurs now. Because of him, Christian just fell in love with Tottenham and Potch, and you know, Spurs were forced on them from birth, but they finally chose in the Poch era to start really watching games and be involved and everything like that. So that to me was awesome. So I hope he doesn't go there. But
I
getting
think
back
part of
to
it is
this
too
year,
is that they see dad likes Spurs, right? Like, come on,
oh
it's
yeah,
something that you
yeah,
guys can bond with. But yeah, I get it. I mean, Poch is giving you
can't argue
guys
about.
the
Oh,
best
good, good
years,
memories,
arguably.
baby.
But yeah,
Yep, best
right?
memories. Well, in the last 10, definitely the best came from him, right? So, but
Yeah,
going to this game, I honestly think Newcastle are gonna show you guys up. I'm gonna go with 2-0 Newcastle.
do you know?
Yeah, actually, no, they do concede goals. Let's go for a shootout. Let's go 4-2.
4-2 Newcastle.
4-2 Newcastle.
All right.
Let's go for a shootout.
I mean, I really should back my team, but you know what? I am gonna back. I mean, what we ain't putting money on this, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Arsenal 3-2. Even though
You're going 3-2. Okay.
I don't really think that is. Oh, look at the awards coming.
No,
The alarm's hitting.
it's Sook calling when you know I'm in a show. So sorry, voicemail. Oh shit. She doesn't watch this anyways.
She's not gonna watch
My
this.
my
She ain't gonna
wife
watch
my
this.
wife doesn't watch me on YouTube. She gets to see me live, baby. Yeah,
All
drives you
right.
crazy. Jason saying
Predictions are
basically
in.
the only thing that will stop Potts from going to Chelsea is Chelsea getting relegated. So there's the big prayer and the ambassador of peace, my man. Big up, Amir. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Ricky Villa, get Potch back ASAP. Yeah. Yeah, I'd rather, right? Mama Flossie's in the house. Hey, pretty appreciate it. Thanks for popping by and saying hello. That's good of you. Newcastle don't concede much. Yeah, but you know what, dude? They do concede. So that's why I'll say at least a goal or two to Arsenal. So that's why I'll go 4-2 because you guys have the power to score. You guys have been scoring goals as well. So that's why I'll stick with my 4-2. We're done with that one then?
Yeah, yeah. You
Anything
got it.
else you want to add on that?
No, no. It'd be interesting to
Nope.
see, and that's happening on Sunday. So we move on to when's your game? Saturday?
Saturday morning, yeah. Yeah. While I'm
Are
at
you?
work. So unfortunately I
I
won't
was
get to
gonna say, are you
watch it.
watching it?
No, I'll be missing this one. The boys will be keeping me updated. They'll be watching it, of course. So this is us hosting Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace has a very poor record when they come to our house. They don't score many goals as well. So, but they've been playing good football under Roy Hodgson, haven't they? And I think
Astounding.
they're 4-1-1 in the last 6 games.
Something like that. Yeah. I mean, I was. Let's be real. I was blown away. I didn't think Vieira deserved the sack, but it was a shrewd move maybe by the board to be like, yeah, no, you're gone and bring in Roy. And they're scoring plenty of goals. They're
Playing
scoring
good
for fun.
football. Yep.
Good football.
But they're
Eze's
conceding a
back.
lot too. Their defense is poor.
It's true. Their defense has always needed work, right? But
So this is basically a battle of the two shittiest defenses.
so
Whose
a lot of
defense is
goals.
worse?
Going to be a lot of goals.
I think it's a potential that it could be because he's got them scoring and well, Ryan Mason has us pushing up now and scoring some goals too, but we're conceding and they're conceding. Um, with this one, Robbie, I honestly I could see another shootout with this one. I'm going to go. I was going to say 5-3, but then I want to kind of just stick with my 4-2 score line again. I'm going to go 4-2 again with both. I go 4-2 Spurs.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I really think that we're going to have a bit more than they have. And the fact that they are conceding and we do have some ability to score all of a sudden. It'll be interesting to see. Palace's defense is still better than ours. Yeah, no kidding.
And they got Zaha back, right?
Wow.
Zaha's back.
Cooves put down some on 251 odds and a 4-4 draw. Zaha's back, but apparently he's not fully fit because when he came back in the game he was in, apparently he got injured as well. So, yeah, they are 100%. There's no arguing that, Ben. We would take both of these guys. We would take both of them in a heartbeat,
A lot
especially
of
that
rumors around us and Gahey.
Gahey, isn't it? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are looking at him, right? So he's been solid for them. It'll be interesting. They got some good attacking players as well, especially as Zaha's back. I like that kid. That Aloisi. Olise. I like that kid.
Yeah, he's very good.
Something about him I really, really liked watching when I've only seen him the handful of times they play against us, but I just something about him that just stood out to me. I don't know why. To Jason saying he's going 4-4. Someone's going to have a 2-goal lead in the 85th minute and blow it. Not sure.
Like 250 to
Yeah,
1
as
odds.
Eze
That's
is the
pretty
other one,
good.
the midfielder. Yeah. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Olise
Ben
and Eze
saying
are
love. Yeah,
fantastic.
yeah, love to have them both. Yeah, 100%, Benny. Yeah, dude. There's a lot of people, Ben. You and I both know that we need that would be upgrades on our positions. So, what's your thoughts on this one, Robbie?
Yeah, you guys are scoring goals, man. I saw bits. I saw almost all of the Liverpool game, and Son looked decent as well for a bit. I wonder if yeah, and Kane, obviously Kane looks good. Who scored the third goal? Was it Pedro Porro? No. Who scored the third goal?
Poro scored.
Yeah, Porro scored, Son
Poro,
scored, Kane
Poro,
scored,
Sonny.
and Kane.
Kane scored the first one.
Yeah, so Kane, Son, and Porro, right?
Yeah.
Were the three.
Was it Poro? Shit, now you got me thinking, man. How bad is my
I think it
memory
was,
getting?
wasn't it?
Holy
Wasn't it?
crap, this was like
He
2
scored a
days ago,
really
3
good,
days ago.
scored a really good one, I think, from outside the box. No, wasn't it like a curler?
I'm just trying to think. Was that one where he smashed it into the net, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. Yeah, you guys are scoring goals as well, but I mean, isn't it amazing that you got Roy Hodgson and Sam Allardyce coaching
Richie, it
again?
was Richie. My God, he scored
Oh
his
yeah,
first goal of
Richarlison.
the season.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
yeah. Uh,
Thank you, Jacob.
so what? So it was Kane. It was Kane,
It was United Poro that
Pedro,
matched that goal
and
in. Yeah.
Richie. Yeah,
See, this is what happens. I watch 3 games of football in a week, and do you think I can remember any of them other than the horrible scorelines?
okay.
Jeez.
um,
This is now everybody sees. This is why I don't talk too much about football because I can't remember shit. Forget you guys, these guys that go back 20, 30, 40 years into stuff. I can't remember this week's games.
See, that's why I want to keep it serious. I want to talk football because it's one of the areas where I can always out trounce Bob and be like, "Want to talk football? I'll talk football." Be like, "No, no, no, let's talk other stuff." No, I don't want to talk about
Oh,
that
yeah, but
stuff.
I can just make up shit. You know
Then.
that.
Anybody can make up stuff, Bob. 69% of people know that. Okay.
Yeah, but 84% of them believe it.
100% of the time, it works every time.
Only
Okay.
94% of the time does it fail, though. All right, what's your
Who?
thoughts on this one?
I think. I think. Oh, you guys are the home team too. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 2-1. You guys. 2-1 Tottenham.
Anything behind that, or just a prediction?
I think. I think you guys showed signs of fight in the last game. It was probably disheartening. I think Ryan Mason will probably go in there, tell these guys, "Hey, you only what 5 games left, 4 games left, guys, and you're at home. Do it for the fans. Do it for the
Yeah.
fans, right?" He loves Spurs, right?
Well, they
So
haven't
it's
done
not.
shit for the fans all season, so this is about time they did.
Yeah.
And our buddy
So
Mark's going to be going to the game. So do it for Mark, people. Do it for Mark.
there you go. Do it for Mark.
Come on, you Spurs. Are you, dude? You're right here. You've been here the whole time. You're hilarious. Teddy's lying here on the top of the sofa, just staring at me. He just moved. I don't know how long he's been sitting here. I don't know if
Well,
it's cute
my
or
cats
creepy.
my cats came in around the time I was like, "Yo, it's not even dinner time. What are you doing here?"
Already looking. Already looking. One more time. Let's just give this man the respect he deserves. New record holder. Robot Man, you have done very well. We would like to congratulate you on your success.
Well
You
done.
know, I wonder. Well done. That was amazing. You did fantastic. Thank you for playing. I wonder if Kane looks at that and just wonders where he'd be. Who I still think is a better player.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's interesting, right? If Kane went last year, where would Holland have gone? Probably Madrid, maybe. And then if he was,
Somebody would have snatched him up for
yeah.
sure. For
And if
60,
he's got
what was
these
it,
numbers,
65 or 68 million
it's
they got him
nothing,
for?
dude. It's nothing.
Pennies in today's market.
Yeah, especially for City. Absolutely, it was pennies for City.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. But that is it for this week. Robbie, we'll be back in 2 weeks. Yes, unless you decide to do work or some other stupid shit.
No, no, no. I'll be back in 2 weeks, but season's
Okay.
almost over, buddy. And I'm gonna have my hands full very soon. So
Why
I
is
might.
that?
I got the little Arsenal fan coming. End of the month.
We'll change that. We'll change that. Not to worry, folks. I promise you, I'll do my level best to make sure my nephew does not support Arsenal. I'm not going to say I'll get him to support Spurs, but we'll definitely sit down with him and enjoy some Arsenal crumble. All right, folks, that's it for us. Rob, where can they find you? What's your you want to shout out your Twitter handle there, or
Yeah, just on here, or you
big
can
up
check
Phil,
me
baby?
at
Hey, better
RobbG.
late than never.
Yeah, man, I'm all over the place. You'll see me on here, and
We're
we'll
here,
do it
we're
again
there,
in
we're
2 weeks.
everywhere. Yeah, we'll be back in 2 weeks, folks. Appreciate you tuning in and watching. Remember to hit that like and sub button if you haven't. That's it for us for this week. Let's
Oh, didn't
just
you have another? You had another little message you wanted to give out, or shout out, or no? Or are we all good?
yeah, we're done.
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're done. We're over time anyway, so yeah, we'll call it here. But we're good because I know if I bring stuff up, there will be another 20 minutes, half hour. I'm hungry, man.
It's dinner time. It is
It's
dinner time.
dinner time, man. I gotta feed them. I gotta feed me. But thank you everybody for joining us. Really appreciate you coming in. And do not do it to the baby. Yes, exactly. Listen to Patty. Yes. There you go. You want to call him Merson? It's a good name for a boy.
No, man, I would never call him Merson.
You gonna call him Wenger?
No, I wouldn't call him that either.
Well, peace out, folks. We'll see you next time. Thank you very much for joining us. And as always, come on, you Spurs.